Men have harder time making friends, I think. I mean, you've told me that through the years. Yes?
It's because men don't talk as much, I think.
Imagine that you have a wonderful, wonderful car that's like you've waited for your whole life to do it, and you went to go fill up the gas tank, and you didn't want to spend as much money on the gas, so you found a cheaper thing to put into the gas tank. So you put it in there, and your car doesn't really function properly. Well, that's what our bodies do. Our bodies have a gas tank. It's right here. And in this gas tank, we put all of our fuel. And sometimes it would be really nice, like an unleaded gas nozzle is smaller than the bigger one. It would be really nice if they had a smaller nozzle here so that you could only put nutritious food in. However, let's just talk about what we do. I'm going to go through the process of nutrition today, just one part. The mouth is the first part of getting the nourishment from our food that we have. So we put the food in and we macerate it. We chew it around. And as we chew it, we have saliva glands that release saliva. And in our cheeks, we have another kind of gland that makes mucin. You mix the mucin with the saliva, and it makes your food very slippery so that it goes down your esophagus. That means that it's very important for us to use that first part of digestion in the mouth to chew, to sit there and chew. We were probably told as a child, chew, 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 chew 30 times. May not have to chew every bite 30 times, but I guarantee if you start thinking about the food that you're chewing and chew it better, it will be more digested and small by the time it goes down your throat.
Quick little ditty about exercising, something that's very helpful to know. One of the things I talk a lot about is that exercising helps us build stronger bones, which is when you're a young person, that's maybe a good idea. As you get a little older, you start worrying about osteoporosis and your bones kind of degrading. So you think, well, if I do a little exercise, a little stretchy, a little cardio, I'm going to be fine. It helps. Yes, it helps. But you've got to do things that stress those bones and really make them work so that instead of just degrading to nothing, they can be strong and healthy. When you're exercising hard, you're actually stressing not only your muscles, we'll talk about that another time, but your bones. And as you do that, your bones feel the stress and they start to break down a little bit. This is a good thing. You're wanting that to happen now because what's called osteoclasts come in and they start taking that bone, the part that you're damaging and breaking down, and they take it away, which causes what's called osteoblasts. They're related to come in and they're going to form new bone. But what they're saying is, wow, I've got a bigger job to do. I need to replace more bone because we're having more requirements. So let me put more in here so they make it denser and maybe even larger. So your bones are becoming stronger, and instead of osteoporosis taking you away and gradually the bones become very brittle, very smaller, easy to break, not as able to support you, instead they become stronger. You can actually regenerate. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be like you were an 18-year-old. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I do know that the science is telling us you can bring them back a little bit. You can regain strength. You can at least stop the progress or the degradation of your bone structure. So exercise with weight-bearing, using weights, using resistance, doing things that really stress your bones as well as your muscles. And you're going to see a big improvement in your health as a result of that.
But today we are on our way to Portland. We live about an hour and a half from Portland, and we go there often. But we're very excited because today we're going to a book signing for my book, Voices from My Heart, which is available at Amazon or on my website. And this book signing we've been to several, but this one is really special because it's where we lived with some seniors when we were managing the independent living community. And this is where we were at when we started not I started writing before it, but this is where it really took shape. And these are the residents who asked me to put all of my writings into a book. And so now we're very excited because we get to go there.
Well, these are our friends. We get to go see our friends.
These are our friends. It's exciting. On Thursday, we went to see the independent living community where we used to
Manage.
And I was having a book signing there with my book. And we haven't been there in a year, probably. Over a year. We left over a year ago, and we've been back once. And they knew we were coming. And we walked in the door, and it was one person, and then another, and then another, and then another.
Lots of hugs.
We were hugged to death, and we hugged people, and it was so genuine. It was like the best thing for our emotions, our self-esteem.
Well, these are our friends. They're really, our family. We lived with them for a year and a half.
So it was amazing, and even those people, when we started the presentation and we started talking, I was up there talking, and I would see somebody come in that I knew. I'd just run over with my microphone and put my arms around them. It was an amazing, emotional experience. And so I wanted to talk just a little bit about emotional health where our friends are concerned. How did you feel when you left there that day?
I felt renewed and invigorated. It was wonderful to go back over the memories and the feelings and to reconnect with these people and realize I miss them.
Oh, we really miss them. We don't miss all the work that we did while we were there, and we watched the other managers and the stress.
The complaints
but we miss our friends. So one of the things that's so important for emotional health is to have friends. I have always had really good friends. Not so much with men, but you've had some really good friends sparsely. Men have harder time making friends, I think. I mean, you've told me that through the years. Yes?
It's because men don't talk as much, I think.
See, men don't have a lot to say. All right, so I'm going to
talk.
talk.
A lot more said with fewer words.
I want to talk about a man. Well, I want to talk about a man right now. He's 95 years old. My husband doesn't know him. He was one of my patients, and I would go into his home. Amazing experience to go there each week. But one of the things he did every Tuesday at 10, he would go to a coffee shop and meet 4 other friends who were all his age that he had been meeting for decades. And it is what keeps you young, is having friends. Not just, and it's really hard when you move. I've been the world's worst person as far as keeping in touch with people when I move, but I'm really good at making new friends. And then when I see the old friends, it's amazing to have the relationship back again. So one of the really, really healthy things to do is to have friends. And I'm just going to read something in one of my books, or tell something in my book that is there, and it's called, it's in the section that is called The Gift of Friendship Can Increase Longevity. In a 10-year study of aging, it was found that a network of good friends rather than close family ties helps you live longer in older age. Close contact with children and relatives have little impact on the survival rate over the 10-year period. So it's not saying our family isn't important, it's saying, but a strong network of friends as confidants significantly improves the chance of survival over that period. And one of the things that was totally unexpected for us is we had a couple that came there. Do you want to tell them about the couple that came?
Just as we were winding down and had started in motion the process of us leaving there, a new assistant manager couple was hired, Patty and Dave. Oh, if they could have been there when we started. We went through so many assistant manager couples, and a lot of time where we had nobody there, and it was hard. But if Patty and Dave had been there, they had great personalities, related so well with all of the residents, and they worked hard. They knew how to do their job. They cared.
And her mother actually lives there now, so they'd come to see her mother. Not us, I'm sure, but they came to our book signing and our reading, and they've come to our home 2 hours away. We've spent the day together. When we see each other, it's just amazing, and I can see that we're developing a lifelong relationship with this wonderful couple. And so our challenge to you today is nourish your friendships. It doesn't matter if you're 25 or if you're 95. Nourish your relationships.